Hi, my name is Patrick Kalifungwa, aspiring candidate for ZICA Council, Business and Industry. Over the past couple of weeks, my team and I have had several interactions with both students and members of the Institute. Our interactions were spread across both the public and private sector where our fellow accountants are practicing. It is from these interactions that we came across several contentious issues which we wish to address in the short videos that will follow. I wish to remind the electorate that my offering is service to the Institute and the membership without the expectation of a return. And finally, I wish to commend ZICA for all the work they have done so far. I further wish to commend all leaders that have served on the ZICA Council for bringing the Institute to where it is to date. I thank you. First of all, I would like to commend ZICA for advocating for accountants to be recognized on boards of the several key institutions. However, over the years, there has been complaints that the institution has not been transparent with the method or manner in which it appoints these board members. It will be key to understand how the process operates and be more transparent to the membership in order for them to be more confident with the system that is in place. Secondly, we need to implement policies and procedures that will be able to assist us assess the performance of those members that we have recommended to sit on those institutions. You have to bear in mind that we have to protect and preserve the profession of accountancy. We have to maintain a certain level of quality and stick to the standard as we advocate for excellence. And lastly, I would also like to advocate for a platform to be created for our several accountants, both in decision-making positions and non-decision-making positions, to air out their grievances and communicate any challenges that they may be going through as a result of their existence in the public sectors. It is important that ZICA plays a key role in safeguarding the interests of the accountant, bearing in mind also that it is a key risk management role in any institution. Well done to ZICA for launching the CA Zambia qualification. I believe it is a step in the right direction, following the footsteps of neighboring countries like Botswana and South Africa that have similar programs. I believe the ZICA qualification has a lot to offer, and it is important that we support the Institute and engage all stakeholders in order for them to recognize the CA qualification versus other global recognized qualifications like ACCA and ZICA. I will advocate for enhancement of the qualification in order for it to become more competitive and sell the qualification across Africa and in future to the globe. In various institutes, especially multinationals in Zambia. I would like to advocate for a much more extensive collaboration between the immigration authorities and ZICA. There is need to understand the processes and ZICA to play an advisory role to the regulatory authorities in terms of issuing permits to foreign accountants. We have to bear in mind that in Zambia we have several accountants that have capacity and experience to be leaders in several roles within these institutions. Therefore, it is important that ZICA collaborates in order to provide an effective decision-making process in issuing permits to foreign accountants. However, it is also important to consider that we have a profession in Zambia that is growing, and several members are open to mobility and would like to experience work cultures overseas. So we cannot be rigid with disallowing other accountants to actually come into the country and practice. It is important that we take into consideration the expertise which certain accountants may have in certain fields, like mines, or even other fields that we may not have expertise in as accountants. However, permits should be issued with a time frame of which the professional is expected to pass on the knowledge to a local accountant in order for the local accountants to gain exposure and manage to practice as accountants locally in these entities. The 7-year post-qualification rule for members that intend to practice. This issue has been in contention for many years now, and I think it is about time a resolution was put in place. In my opinion, how I think we should approach this issue is by conducting a survey amongst 100% of the membership. In this way, we will get a feel of what the majority feels the way forward should be. Following this, we shall implement and put this issue to rest once and for all. This is one of the issues that I intend to strongly advocate for before we can proceed. I think it is important that we inquire with other professional bodies like LAS, for I believe they have an entry-level package for qualified lawyers. It is something which we can further engage with the Zambia Institute of Human Resources in order to just understand what impact this would have on the industry and how it will affect the necessary stakeholders. This I will certainly advocate for, as there is much consideration that should be put into the financial investment that is injected in order to acquire these qualifications. We can also bear in mind the hard work that students put into these qualifications, and the effort is highly commendable. I want you to remember that my priority as you elect me onto ZICA Council is stakeholder engagement and to serve you diligently and much more effectively. I thank you for listening and watching. Vote Patrick Kunda Kalifungwa for progressive thinking, for transformational leadership, for integrity, for credibility, and for securing the accountant's future.